So you're walking up and you have fresh Leidenheimer bread. You can smell the richness of the custard, the spices of the cinnamon, the nutmeg, the whiskey, the toasted raisins. Even before you walk up, you're smelling food in the neighborhood. But the restaurant's 125 years old, and in the last 26 years that I've been around it, every single season, every single day, we constantly try to get better. We change the menu probably 10 times a week. Even going back to like the early 70s when Paul Prudhomme sat down with Ella in the kitchen right there, and they said, hey look, what's gonna be like what's the best fish dish that you know how to make? And back in the early 70s, they started crashing together Cajun and Creole food for the very first time. And before that time, that was just never done. There was Cajun restaurants out in the country, and then there was New Orleans restaurants here in the city. But Paul and Ella said, look, we need to shake some stuff up, and we need to keep evolving. It's gonna be pretty good.
You remember from the Cosby Show, Rudy Huxtable. She's going to be at 5'11". Also at 6:30, T, Gail Benson, Miss Dottie, and Angela Hill are going to be at table 550.
It was my birthday, and Mom said, we got a present for you. I said, what's that? And they said, we bought this restaurant today. I remember kind of looking around going, okay. So it's been a great birthday present. It's certainly a family business.
Hot! It's on though. I think a tiny bit of butter and it'll be right back.
One of our biggest competitors, home cooks. Now that's not true in other cities, you know what I mean? But people around here can cook.
And I remember going in on the night Ella had passed. I had dinner there. And Tory came out to the table and he was somber, and certainly they felt a personal loss. I mean, this is just T's mother, right? I mean, she went into the family business.
Even sitting down in her kitchen late in the afternoon, and she says, hey, look, let's open a bottle of wine. She says, Tory, you pick out the one you want, but the only thing that's in the fridge is like a Shoshana Montrachet, which is like the most unbelievable white burgundy on the planet. So I'm like, all right, it's early afternoon. I guess we're drinking a big boy burgundy. You up for that, Ella? Sure, come on, sit down.
Everybody says, one of the greatest restaurateurs ever, and she was an even better mother, I can tell you. When she was teaching me to drive, I never took any lessons or anything. She just said, when in doubt, accelerate. Which is pretty much how she lived her life and how we try to operate. There's just so much fun and culture and the stuff that goes on in the restaurant, all that sort of are things that have bubbled up from New Orleans, whether it's second lines at jazz brunch or some of the food or flaming pig cochon delays being taken through the dining room, the whole thing,
Because McPhail and current owners T. Martin and Lally Brennan made the year 2018 a very good year to eat at Commander's. Because in this 3 centuries old city, the long game is the game that matters.
I'm 26 years in, but I'm ready for 26 more.